UFC CEO Dana White just sent a clear message to Jon Jones: sign the fight or we're moving on. After nearly 2 years of delays, fans may finally get answers about the future of the heavyweight division. But will Jones actually show up or walk away from it all? UFC President Dana White has officially drawn a line in the sand. After months of speculation, public back and forth, and endless questions from fans, White finally gave a definitive update on the long-awaited Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall heavyweight title unification bout. And the message is loud and clear. Either this fight gets signed soon, or the UFC is moving on. Speaking in a recent appearance on the Jim Rome Show, White said the next couple of weeks are crucial. If a deal isn't finalized within that window, the UFC will stop waiting and shift gears. That could mean stripping Jones, elevating Aspinall, or setting up an entirely new title fight to break the logjam in the division. It's the strongest statement White has made so far on the matter. For months, he insisted the fight would happen. But now, even he seems fed up. With International Fight Week around the corner and UFC 317 looming large on June 28th, the promotion is clearly preparing to make a final decision, one way or another. This isn't just about one super fight anymore. It's about the future of the entire heavyweight division. And Dana White, who has backed Jon Jones time and time again throughout his controversial career, is finally putting his foot down. If the GOAT doesn't commit soon, the UFC will move forward with or without him. Real quick, if you're enjoying the update, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to MMA Thread. We drop UFC news 3 times a day, every single day, so you never miss a twist in stories like this one. While Jon Jones remains undecided about his next move, Tom Aspinall is charging full steam ahead. Since winning the interim heavyweight title with a thunderous knockout of Sergey Pavlovich at UFC 295, Aspinall has been doing everything right. Staying active, staying in shape, and constantly calling for a unification bout with Jon Jones. But instead of the showdown fans hoped for, he's been met with silence, delays, and uncertainty. And now, Aspinall has had enough. In a recent interview, the British powerhouse revealed that he's already been given a specific date and location for his next fight. Whether Jon Jones signed the contract or not, Aspinall is returning to the octagon, and he's ready to defend the interim belt against any top contender. That includes names like Curtis Blades, Cyril Gane, or even Jailton Almeida, if necessary. Aspinall's urgency is understandable. Despite being the interim champion for nearly 2 years, he still hasn't been given the opportunity to unify the belts. In fact, as of this year, he now holds a record as the longest reigning interim champion in UFC history, a title no one wants to keep under those circumstances. And through it all, he's remained professional, motivated, and ready to fight. While Jon Jones has teased retirement, hinted at stepping away, and only competed twice since 2020, Aspinall has stayed locked in, eager to prove he's the true king of the heavyweight division. If Jones continues to stall, Aspinall might not just defend the interim belt. He could be officially promoted to undisputed champion. One way or another, he's going to keep moving forward. The only question left is, will Jon Jones be standing across from him or watching from the sidelines? As Jon Jones continues to drag his feet, the criticism is growing, and it's coming from every direction. Once hailed as the greatest fighter to ever step into the octagon, Jon Jones is now facing growing backlash for what's being seen as his unwillingness to commit to a title defense. Since moving to heavyweight, Jones has fought just twice in nearly 5 years, defeating Cyril Gane for the vacant title, and recently stopping Stipe Miocic at UFC 309. But outside the cage, the story has been very different. Delays, indecision, and cryptic retirement talk. This lack of clarity is creating a ripple effect, and other fighters are starting to speak up. UFC flyweight champion Alexander Pantoja recently blasted Jones in an interview, saying his indecision is stalling Tom Aspinall's career and freezing the entire heavyweight division. Fans echo the same frustration online, where calls to strip Jones of the title or let Aspinall become undisputed are getting louder by the day. It's not just about inactivity. It's the contrast between Jones and his peers. Fighters like Islam Makhachev, Alex Pereira, and yes, even Aspinall are consistently defending their belts, showing up for big moments, and keeping their divisions alive. Meanwhile, Jones's long absences and vague social media posts have left fans wondering if he's truly interested in fighting again, or if he's simply hanging on to the belt for legacy purposes. Dana White has stood by Jones for over a decade, through controversies, suspensions, and comeback stories. But even he now seems tired of the waiting game. If Jones truly wants to prove he's the best heavyweight on the planet, this is his chance. But if he keeps stalling, the UFC may finally be forced to do what it's avoided for years. Move on from Jon Jones and crown a new undisputed champion. Will Jon Jones finally step up, or is it time to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This is MMA Thread, your non-stop source for UFC news, 3 times daily.